Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia and I'm obsessed with stickers and planning, so if you are too, you're in the right place. My channel is full of plan with me's, sticker hauls, and other planning videos. All of my videos have timestamps in the description so you can skip around to different sections and to different shops in my hauls. And if this is your 20th time listening to this intro, you can go ahead and skip this too. All my social media links, including Instagram, are in the description, as well as all the supplies I use and notes about each video. The planner I'm currently using is my standard size vertical planner, which I use for decorative memory planning. I also just want to add a couple quick notes about me since I don't always remember to go into detail in my videos, and for new viewers it can be confusing. So when I mention work, I'm referring mostly to my bookkeeping position at a grocery store, and when I mention Anastasia, or Anna for short, she is my pet ball python. So let's go ahead and get started with this video, and I hope you enjoy. Hi guys, so I finally had a chance to come on here and record the release video for the doll collection for you guys. It has been a very busy past few days, what with my birthday sale going on and then actually celebrating my birthday after that. So thank you so much for your support during the sale. You guys really blew me away. I got so many orders, more than I could have ever even imagined. So I will be very busy in the next month. I have extended processing times to 6 weeks just to be safe. Hopefully your orders will get out a lot faster. I am going to be adding 2 new machines. I don't think they will be here in time for the orders from this sale, because I am going to try to wait to Black Friday and get some deals on ordering them, but I do think I need 2 more cutting machines. So by the time I have the next sale, which will probably be the Black Friday sale, hopefully that processing time will be a lot quicker when I have more machines for more cutting. It's kind of amazing that I get to expand again so soon after expanding the first time, because these 2 machines that I have are like barely 2 months old, I want to say at this point, upgraded from just 1 machine before. So yeah, it's quite crazy, but yeah, I think I'm really able to grow this fast because of you guys and your support, so thank you so much. I'm going to continue to keep churning out collections for you guys to enjoy, starting with this next doll collection, which is based off of the Barbie art set that came out recently and previous Barbie art sets. I think I'm still hoarding the Barbie birthday kit from SPC that came out like a while ago, so I think I'm going to try to probably grab that for the end segment of this video to show you guys what I'm talking about. But there was also the Malibu Barbie kit that was Scroll Prince Co's, I think, 7-year anniversary, so that you can use this foil collection for if you still have that, as well as the latest Life in Plastic art set that came out by Kittenish Girl Jess, who I think also did the art for the previous 2, but anyways, that's the most recent one. That's the one y'all probably have all picked up by now, so this will match that very nicely, and it will be a great thing to commemorate the Barbie movie, which is coming out at some point. I never know release dates. I really don't. There's just so much stuff upcoming that I'm excited for. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be pleased to have this foil set for that. So let's go ahead and get into it. I did foil this in hot pink because it is like the perfect quintessential Barbie color, obviously. And then also it's going to match the mock spread that I'm doing really well, which is in fact using the Life in Plastic art, which usually I don't use like the latest arts like as a mock spread, because usually I'll want to purchase that as like an actual kit for myself for my own planner. So I consider putting down the mock spread kind of like spoiling the kit for me, because I'm really big on no spoilers, which like everybody is, but I consider that spoiling. So I usually don't do that, but I mean, considering the only other 2 Barbie kits that I mentioned were like exclusives, you can't really just buy printables of those online, and I couldn't really find anything else that was like a printable that was like Barbie themed, so it had to be the newest collection. So you guys are gonna get a real good view of how this foil looks with that spread. And so for you guys are ordering this in like all kinds of shades of pink, and honestly I think like every shade of pink will look great. Hot pink is good, regular pink is actually really good as well. Light pink might work as well, and pink hollow would be a good option. So just, whatever pink you choose, it'll be fine. And then I think one of my customers also ordered it in green hollow, which you might be wanting to use the light green to match like the greenery in the kit, but green hollow actually works better. So if you want to do that green option, then do green hollow. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the actual sticker sheets as part of this collection, starting with the underlays as per always. We have our large option, which is the most densely populated one. So all of the design elements are shrunk down real small, so that if you like to use lots of boxes in your days, if you have really busy days going on like I do, then you pretty much cover up the entire bougie box with those boxes and labels, and you can't really see hardly any of it. So that's when you pull out these bougie boxes so that you can see a little tiny bit of the design elements peeking through that tiny little space that you've left yourself. So definitely the best option if you have really busy days, which I do, which is why I kind of have these available with every collection. And I actually went back to my roots. As you can like kind of notice through the past few collections, I feel like I've kind of made the large option like the elements a bit bigger and bigger each time. Like they've been kind of getting a little bit bigger so that it's still kind of hard to tell what the elements are when they're covered up with boxes. So I tried to like go back to my roots of the very first like bougie boxes that I created, which if you look at the Coraline ones, those are insanely tiny elements, and I kind of tried to go back to that. And also like the Harry Potter collection, which is called Wizard in my shop, and Coraline is called Buttons. Then yeah, those are all like really tiny. So I'm kind of trying to like pull it back and make them tinier when I can, because it's not always possible, because sometimes the design elements don't shrink down that well, and like you can't really see like the details if they're shrunk down too much. But thankfully this collection had a lot of like tiny elements that I could work with on a smaller scale, so these are nice and teeny tiny. So this is the large, and then we have the medium version, which is the more sparsely populated version of the large. Same elements, just a lot less confetti going on. So this is what a lot of the bougie boxes of today look like from other shops. So if you're more comfortable with that option, there's the large and medium. And then we have the two fun options for this week, and they're just like two alternate designs that I come up with, just whatever I feel like would work best with the art or like the design elements that I have. And so I did the silhouettes of Barbie and Ken for this one. Just very classic silhouette pattern. And then this one I thought would be really fun because I had a lot of silhouettes of like various Barbie dolls, and so I just like put them all together so we have like the actual dolls on this one. So this one is called Silhouettes in the shop, this one is called Dolls. So you can see there's like 3 versions of Girl Barbie, and then there's one Ken there. So those are the 2 fun underlay options, and that is it for that. Next, on to the confetti full box overlays. We have several versions of these, starting with the full version, which is the most densely populated, will cover up the most amount of clip art. We have design elements on all 4 corners and 4 sides, just everywhere. We have our Eiffel Tower, which I don't know why this is like a Barbie icon, but somehow it is, so that's there. And then the Barbie head, of course. Got the purse, the poodle, lipstick, ring, sunglasses, crown. Again, I don't know like why half of these things are Barbie icons. Like I've had my fair share of Barbies as toys growing up. Like I'm as big of a Barbie fan as the next girl, but like I don't know why half of these icons are like associated with Barbie, but they are. So when I looked on the internet for ideas, this is what came up. So I don't know. If you know anything about like the backstory behind that, let me know, because I'm super curious. But anyways, we have like the nail polish, and then high heels, and there's like a little lipstick print right there. Let me get some little flowers and other stars and doodads. So we got all that going on. That is the full, and then we have the medium 4 corners. So this is like the medium confetti, which doesn't have stuff on the sides, only the corners. So you can see that comparison. The medium also comes in the 3 corner, which has only 3 corners filled, so one of them is empty in case you have something that you don't want to cover up in a corner of a full box, like some busy clip art going on that you don't want to cover. That's what these are for. And it also comes in the 2 corner, which I will show you the format of later. And then we also have the small confetti, which is just a little bit smaller than the medium. You can see the size comparison there. in case you want to cover up even less of the clip art. So the small comes in the 4 corners, and then the 3 corners, and then the 2 corners, which is formatted like this. So we have the standard slantways 2-corner options, and then we have the top 2 missing and the bottom 2 missing, which are really good for like fashion boxes when you have like big hair going on here, big dress going on there, something that you don't want to cover up. These are the boxes for that. So you get plenty of options. You can mix and match, get whatever you need for the kit that you are using, nothing more, nothing less. And then we also have the big box option, which I don't know if any shops that do big boxes are doing the Barbie kit. And I'm pretty sure that Apple Blossom Prints Co. is doing one. So you would probably want the taller size of the big box for that. If Paper Candy Art does it, then you'll want the smaller size of big box. And if Glam Planner eventually uses that art, which she may or she mayn't, I don't know. I think she's behind on art releases. But then you would want to get the bigger, the taller size version of this overlay. So this is for those type of boxes. Then we have some flags down there. You can see what the flags look like. There we go. And then same kind of thing for tall box overlays. We have your standard like 2 times the height of a full box tall box, and then we have 1.5 times the height of a full box version right there. So this is for like SPC and Apple Blossom Prints. That's for Glam Planner and Crest Press. And then we get some more flag overlays down there. Then we have our double box scenes, which we have the classic confetti version at the top. And then I usually do like a fun version for the second one, which I decided to keep it simple because like there wasn't really a ton to use to make like a scene per se, which I usually like to do for the double boxes. So I kind of just made a Paris scene. So we got our Eiffel Tower, and then we got Barbie walking her poodle. So there's a nice and simple double box scene, which I like the simpler ones because they don't cover up too much of the clip art, which again, I'm trying to like create a little bit daintier foil overlay options so that we can really let the clip art shine, because let's not forget, that is the star of the show. The clip art is truly the star of the show. Let us never forget that. And so then we have our quote boxes, which I really just took quotes from the Barbie song, like the I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world song, which actually is a quote right there, which, like, if you look at the lyrics, like, I just looked up the lyrics online, kind of a little bit inappropriate. I don't think it was meant for, like, kids, but it's still, like, the quintessential, like, Barbie theme song, so I just pulled quotes from that. So yeah, we have I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. I think it's, like, in the Barbie world, but I've always known as in a Barbie world, so that's what I put. Then we got our Barbie there. And then we have 2 options that have the full confetti around them if you like have a pattern full box that you want to just cover up the entirety of, and then we have 2 that are more subtle in case you want to cover up less of it. And then the other full option is Come on Barbie, Let's Go Party. And then we have Life in Plastic, It's Fantastic in one of the classic Barbie fonts. And then over here I just have Ken and Barbie with just like the kind of 3D art versions of the words, which I think was their logo in, like, I don't know, the 70s or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's another classic Barbie font. So we have those 2. And then for the full box overlays that are more like the borders, we have 2 of the like standard border, one with a little Barbie head and the other one with the Barbie in the dress. And then we have the fun border here, which is just the little design elements. And then for this last one, I just have the classic Barbie logo in the corner. I thought, you know, we had to have that at least somewhere in the collection. And I also put it on the deco sheet just in case you wanted to put it somewhere else other than the bottom right corner. But yeah, here's the deco sheet. Starting with our larger deco at the bottom, which there was a lot of tall deco in this collection, so I just made sure to do all of that kind of on the larger side in case you wanted to make it like a statement piece, and then just the Barbie logo again. And then some more medium size deco, and then we got your small size, and then we have the tiny cluster deco, and then tiny cluster, we have a couple with some extra cluster dots in there, and then we have the teeny tiny cluster deco, which is the tiniest and will fit pretty much everywhere. Super fun. And then I just did some of the flower clusters just for funsies. You can put those in a lot of places over some icons perhaps. And that's the deco sheet. And then we have the swoops and dangles all in one sheet. We have our tall and medium dangles up here, which you can cut these to whatever size you want. And then we have the teeny tiny dangles down there, which slight reformat. The dots on the teeny tiny ones are now the same size as the dots on the large ones. I think in previous sheets they were smaller, but now they are the same size. And then we have our swoops. And see, these are the ones that are supposed to go more towards the left side of the box, and then these are supposed to go towards the top a little bit more. But you can kind of use these however you want. This is just kind of meant to give you an idea of how they're supposed to be oriented on the full box. And then we have the teeny tiny swoops, which have a little flower, and those can go basically anywhere. I like sneaking them into half boxes too. So that's the swoops and dangles. And then let's get into these smaller sheets. So for our two larger size, well, these are the 6th sheets technically. We have our dividers sheet, which is available in clear glossy or premium matte. If you're using really busy bougie boxes, then you're going to want to get these in premium matte so that you can still see the dividers if you're using them over the bougie boxes, because they will have that white border. Otherwise, if you're using them just anywhere else, like over half boxes, which is what I like to do, then you can get these in clear glossy. So we have our little lipsticks, we have the crown and purse, we have the tiny tiny flowers, that's the dainty one, and then we have our kind of simple line dividers with design elements, and they're just mirrored over here. And then we also have the corners sheet, which is like the photo corners of ye olden days. So in case you don't want to get the confetti full box overlays, you just rather put the corners where you want them. They're basically just kiss cut for you here on this sheet for convenience. So we have 2 sets of the medium 4 corners, and then we have a set of the small. And then I usually like to create even teeny tinier ones for this sheet in case you want to use even more subtle ones over the full boxes, because if you're buying this sheet you probably don't want too much foil overlay to begin with, or you could use these over half boxes or even third boxes. They work a little bit better for that because they're way more subtle. I love using these teeny tiny corners. So there's that on the corners sheet, and now we can get to the headers, which are on the tiniest size of the sheet because they are all sold individually, each design. Starting with the confetti design, there are 11 headers on these sheets. So if you want just one of these designs, you can only buy 2 of them and you'll be good. But if you want all 3, you'll have to buy all 3. So here's the confetti. And then we have the purses and high heels. And then we have just the Barbie and Ken silhouettes. And those are the mix and matchable headers. And then debuting in this collection is the hole reinforcers or hole protectors, however you say it. So if you're using your rings planner and you like to use themed hole protectors, these will be available per collection coming out. There are also basic confetti ones available in my basics collection now if you want to check those out. But themed ones will be coming out per collection going forwards. So here are the doll themed ones. So I'm pretty sure these fit. I based them off the size of the Crest Press ones, so they should work quite nicely. And there are 18 per sheet. So if you want to use these for one spread, you'll be fine. You'll have extras. Because I think there's like there's 12 rings if you're using like most rings planners these days. So if you're going to use these for two or more spreads, you'll have to buy more than one sheet. But they are pretty cheap. And then let's get into the bottom washi. Starting with the 15mm options, we have our like classic, most standard safe option, which is just the Barbie head silhouettes and the flowers. And there's some deco on these sheets as well. And then I just decided to have fun with the logos and did the Barbie and Ken logos for the bottom washi overlay. I wasn't too sure like where I would be able to use these logos elsewhere in the collection. So I kind of wanted to throw these in here if I could. So we just have the little logos. And then this one I thought would be useful with other collections as well, which is why I kind of included it. I did the lipstick and the lipstick print. So there are some other collections this could work with, like, I don't know, makeup kits or whatever. like a kit that heavily features makeup, you could use this with. So there are other ways you can pull this in, but it is like officially part of the Barbie collection. So we have that. And then we have Barbie accessories, because I just had to do that as like an alternative option. So I've got Barbie's heels, and then purse, nail polish, crown, sunglasses. And then this was another one that was kind of more of an experiment than anything, to see if these elements like could still work even though they were shrunk down real small. So this is called Paris, and it's basically just, you know, the same as on the double box scene overlay. It's Barbie, her poodle, and the Eiffel Tower, just as a kind of fun option, just me experimenting. And then we have the classic confetti option as usual. We have our confetti page flags over here. And then, and like I said, I don't know if Glam Planner is going to use this art, but just in case, I usually do a 10 and 7mm anyway, like no matter what these days, without even checking. So here's your 10 and 7mm, just in case she does. So the 7mm is the confetti, and then the 10 is the alternating like flower elements. So there's that. And then for the 32mm, I usually like get a little bit more creative with this one than any other one. So this one, we got the whole closet going on. And then I did like create this completely from scratch, except for the like things in the closet, which was fun. Really use this sheet as an excuse to exercise my creativity. So can't wait to see what it looks like when it's laid down, because I am actually using this one in the mock spread. But we have, as usual, one version for the left side and then two versions for the right side, depending on if you want to use the weekend banner or not. So for the left side, we just have the heels, and then we have various purse designs, and then we have like the actual closet part where the hangers are hanging up, and then we got a couple dresses. And then the right hand side, we have the heels, and then one of the purses, and then sunglasses, which are actually from the beach collection, funnily enough, and then the crown. We got a little makeup table going on here. We got the mirror, lipstick, and nail polish. And then over here we have the heels and then purses again. And then we got some of the elements on this page that are kind of exclusive to this page. I always like to make those as deco, just for fun. And in case you also purchase the deco sheet, where they will be there. But these won't be. So I included the sunglasses, the hanger, and the pair of heels as exclusives for this sheet, exclusive deco. So that is the 32mm. And lastly, let's go ahead and get into the foil bundle, which is available as a mini, which does not include underlays, or as an ultimate, which does have underlays, and you can choose which underlays you want from the collection. So we start off with the full box overlays page. So we have two of the full confetti overlays, two medium 4-corner, two medium 2-corner, and then the classic confetti double box scene overlay. And then 2 pages of underlays, which again you can choose, but I just did the large for demonstration purposes. And then the third page has the full set of headers, so you get one of each design on the headers, and then a full sheet of deco. And then fourth page has the bottom washi. I usually do like the most classic version of the 15mm for the top, and then the confetti is always the bottom, and then you do get your page flag overlays, weekend banner, date dots, tiny cluster deco, tiny bows, and then just some classic dividers, which are not the dividers that are in the collection. They're just more basic ones, which I'm still debating whether to like change that or not. I don't know. And then this is the optional add-on page, which can be added on to both the mini and the ultimate kits. So we have 2 extra underlays on this sheet. These are set underlays, so you cannot choose these. They will either complement or match the ones that you choose for the actual main kit. So I did the silhouettes for this one. Then you get 2 of the medium 3-corner, and then 2 from the full box overlay sheet, which I just chose the like most classic border option, and then the Barbie logo, because I needed that to be in the foil bundle somewhere. And then I chose 2 from the quotes sheet. So I usually do one that's like more subtle and one that's like the full cover, depending on what kit you're using, what you want to cover up. You'll have both options. So those are the ones I chose, and that is the optional add-on. So that is what the foil bundle looks like, also available as a printable. If you want any other sheet as a printable, just DM me, email me, and I can create a custom listing for you. So that is that. The mock spread I will be doing, as I said, is the Life in Plastic kit. This is from, I think, Pink Planner Shop. Yes, it's from Pink Planner Shop. I've been shopping from a lot lately, I feel like. But yeah, so I laid all of this down and chose the hot pink for it, which, like, in this particular lighting, it doesn't seem like a fantastic color match. But I think a lot of you chose pink anyway, so whichever one will be fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay that down, and I will be back after that and show you how it turned out. Okay, so here is the finished mock spread. I do love so much how this turned out. This pink looks amazing with it. So we have examples of all of the underlays here. I left one of each uncovered so you could see, and then I covered up the rest of them. So we have our large, medium, dolls, and then silhouettes. And then we have the large covered up, medium covered up dolls. And then I think I only ended up using one of the silhouettes. So, because I used a lot of the full boxes, because there was a lot that came with the kit. I had to use like almost all of them. So there we go. And then we have the overlays. We have the tall box overlay. We have one of the border ones, the medium, or that's the actual confetti full. There's one of the quote ones, the Barbie girl quote. And then we have the Barbie logo, medium four corner there and there. Another full, and then the Life in Plastic, it's fantastic quote, and then the double box scene one right there. And then we have these swoops and dangles just everywhere. I really went crazy with those, as per always. We have some of the corners. There's like one of the medium four corners, and then we have the small ones in a lot of places. There's another small one. And then the deco bits are, of course, scattered throughout and along the top. You can see the teeny tiny deco, and I also use some of that in the little things. I put some of the dividers on some glitter headers. So we have the lipstick dividers. That's the crown divider. And then we have the purses and crowns divider right there. And then I think the dainty flower one is right here with the Eiffel Tower. So we have all of those dividers and the header overlays, of course. We have the confetti, and then the silhouettes, and then the purses and shoes. And yeah, I believe that is it. And then we have our 32mm bottom washi as well. So that's what the closet looks like all together. It's kind of hard to get the lighting right so that it's all lit up at the same time. But that is, if I move out of the picture, it looks better. Hang on. There you go. Give you guys a few seconds of being able to see that. So yeah, I think this looks really amazing. There's also the flag overlays right there. So cannot wait to see how you guys use this. I really love this collection. I'm a big Barbie fan. Can't wait for the movie and everything. So, yep, that is it for this new release video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, that would be wonderful. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.